Okay, so based on what I just discussed in what is essentially part one of this, if you can even call it tutorial, uh, I'm just going to apply what we've talked about. And for the record, the pattern of the song I have right here now, it is G, G, C, D with the strumming pattern in each bar. So bar of C, bar of C, bar of bar of G, bar of G, bar of C, bar of D. Repeat that, and then bar of EM, E minor, bar of D, bar of C, and bar of G, and repeat that whole measure, and then from there on it's EM, G, EM, G, EM, D. And that ends the whole song, allegedly, But it's going to sound more or less like Good Riddance, but once it hits the E minor segments, it's not the same as the beginning part, which is the repeat of the G, G, C, D part. Either way, I like to end it the whole thing with the G chord. So let's kind of hear what these chords sound like so we all have them right, and then in the next part we can put together the song, hopefully. Alright, so let's start with the two-finger G, which makes all of this really easy. Because the G is actually one of the easier chords to play three-finger style, which I prefer doing like this, but a lot of people like to do it this way. I can't remember. There we go. This, for me, makes transitions to G7 easier, so I use that. But anyway, so the chord will sound like this. And first, I should make sure if it's tuned correctly, most likely. But it should still be tuned. Just lately, my guitar has been falling in and out of, one of those. Maybe I should take it to the repair shop states where it's not always tuned. Within like 2 minutes after I play it. So that's what that should sound like, and it does sound correct to me. So then the C add 9, which comes next, but of course after you do the C twice. Right, that's the C. That's the G. And that is the C add 9. And really what you're supposed to do, I believe, is just hit just hit these 5. Makes a much crisper sound. You can get away with putting like very tip, if you're not good at strumming at even the 5 instead of 6 yet, you're gonna stick your tip of your middle finger right on the edge of this string, making it a dead string, the 6th string. And then this drum sounds just fine to me. It's a little less crisp, granted, but there's a reason for everything, right? Why you shouldn't strum that string, but still, the dead string makes it sound better than this. But you can hear that it's not a pleasant sound. So, all right. Let's see. So the next chord. So keep your fingers exactly where they are, and you just move your middle finger over, as I said, to the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Now you got yourself D5. Now this one, D is played on the 4 bottom strings, and D5 is played on apparently it's played on the 3. So basically you gotta mute this one, and then strum down the 4. That's probably the easiest way for a beginner to do it. You can also just, hold it and just strum the 3, because it won't probably be that hard. So actually, according to this, yeah, I'm just looking at this chord chart. According to this chord chart over here, it is, yeah. So you do mute this string, because a lot of times when you play it enough, you just kind of get the hang of putting your fingers in the right places, and it always sounds right. And you don't really remember what you're doing. You just kind of do it. So yeah, it's actually 5 strings also with D5, making it really easy for beginners to adjust to. See how that part right there should sound. So that should be a dead string, or if you can, just strum the 4 in the middle. A little hard for me, I guess, maybe for you too. It's a little harder to do than the others, in my opinion. And then sometimes it's a little difficult if you're still only used to like the 2-finger things. Is like the transition from all of that to E minor, which the transition to E minor happens from D to E minor, E minor back to D, then from G to E minor, then it happens from EM to G, and again, and again, and then it happens from EM to D, which I already said. So, you know, those are the annoying ones though for E minor when you're starting out. E minor to C is not quite so bad. I don't know why your fingers just kind of slide there naturally. So yeah, E minor again sounds like this. That's all 6 strings, all open, really easy. Just like, you know, except for pushing down a little bit on an angle on these strings so that they are muted. Makes the G sound really nice. So, those are all the chords. Sorry it took so long to explain, and I hope you can hear me. Alright.